All right. Good evening. Cheers. Can you please stop writing on the screen? Please, if you continue with this, I'm going to drop you from the session. I need to stop sharing to share again. For one reason or the other, my network seems to be misbehaving tonight. All right, let me reshare my screen. All right, just for a quick confirmation, please, again, if you can see my screen, just drop 2 on the chat. If you can see my screen, just drop 2 on the chat. All right, thanks. Sorry for the network glitch. I don't know what is happening with my network, but yeah, let's get started. So thanks everyone for taking your time to join today's session. Today we'll be looking at business analysis slash product owner. That's the reason why everyone is gathered here tonight. All right, but before we dive in deep, I'll tell you a bit about myself, a bit about the company, and share a few slides with you, then invite the facilitator to talk more about the process, and finally, we'll open the floor for questions and answer. All right, so let's get started. I believe I'm recording as well. Let me check. All right, I'm recording as well. So yes, my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is an IT training organization that focus or specialize in helping people that wants to transition from either non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT trainings ranging from like 8 different ones, ranging from um, Scrum Master, Product Owner, Business Analysis, Software Testing, database engineer, data analysis, web development, just to name a few. And why we are different is because we focus or we specialize more on getting your hands dirty. We specialize on what we think or knows that you need to secure your first job in IT. Right. So, and what is that? That is getting your hands dirty. That is practical training, um, getting your hands dirty, and also expose you to how live a day in the life of a business analyst or a product owner is as well, by engaging you on a live project. Working on a live project will expose you to agile way of working as well, rituals you need to perform when you work in an agile settings, and so on and so forth, which I'll talk more about later. So about Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride has been going strong for over 4 years now. And over that 4 years, at least over 20,000 people has passed through this organization. We've helped over 20,000 students, transition in the last 4 years, right? But I'm going to be showing you the stats, the statistics as we go on as well. So that is a bit about the company. That is about ourselves, please. Um, Zero, please, if you can hold on with your questions till the end of the session. We are going to be taking all questions and answer them all at the at the end of the presentation. So please, you can drop it on the chat or raise your hand at the end of the session, then we'll attend to it. All right, so that is a bit about the company. About myself, my background was in accounting. I got bored with accounting at some point, and I needed a change. I needed to transition, and the first thing that came my way was software automation. I knew nothing because, the background I was coming from is non-IT, non-technical. And software automation is really technical. Excuse me, really technical to the extent that you have to write codes in programming language like C#, right? So, but I needed that change badly because I was so tired of what I was doing, different kinds of odd jobs and all of that. So I needed a change. And, I asked the guy before I enrolled that, what, can someone like me who has no IT background, who has no coding background, and back on this journey, Ashabi, please stop writing on the screen. Ashabi, please stop writing on the screen. How long is the session, please? Like 1.5 hours. This is to Doze. It's like 1.5 hours, but the session is recorded just in case you cannot wait till the end. Right. So it's around 1.5 to 2 hours. That's the duration. All right. So I was tired of what I was doing, and I asked the guy, can someone like me with no technical background embark on this journey? And not only embark on the journey, and as in at the end of the journey, at the end of the program, I'm able to secure a job with it as well. And the guy said, you know what, there's nothing impossible if you put your mind to it. So I configured my mind and bank on the journey as well. It was a 3-month journey, but I ensured that, I went above and beyond what has been covered in class so that I want to be able to, I want to be in a position whereby at the end of that 3 months, I want to start applying for jobs. And that was what I did, but it took a lot of sacrifices as well. Determination, you have to let go of something to gain something back, It wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, I was able to achieve my goal. I think I got my very first role. Joseph, I'm going to be calling you at the end of the session. Please just bear with us. I'll answer all questions. So at the end, I was able to achieve my goal. I think I got my very first role 2 weeks after I finished that training back then. So that is why I know that, with determination, with great mind, with great attitude, with right support, you can achieve you can achieve your objective, you can achieve this transitioning journey, especially when you have the right support. And that is what we are offering, offering you the right support so that, we are walking the walk with you. We are on the journey together because if you have a great support, if you have a great, a solid backbone, then you won't be scared because, when you're stuck, you have someone to go to. This is why this type of training is different from YouTube, from Udemy. We are trying to create a community here, a community you can fall back on. It's like a boxing match. They always have their team by the ringside, you know, to support them, to motivate them, to tell them that, what, they can do it. So you need that support system, and that is what we provide as well. So we even have a community whereby, it consists of our students who are currently working, those who are still actively searching for job, and we post jobs on that regularly as well. So you have that platform that you can go to. Let's say you even start working now, you are stuck, your facilitator is busy, is not responding to you on time. You can go on that platform because you are not relying on just one person. You have loads, on the platform that you can leverage on, and that is what we are offering, on this journey. So why business analysis, or why the transition, and why are people moving to IT jobs? The massive move, started after uh, COVID. That is when, majority, when they see that they can work from home, that is when people started, noticing, or, paying more attention to IT jobs. And why, again, is because it gives you that flexibility. It gives you that family work balance. You can plan your days, you can plan your, the way you work. Unlike other professions, like take, for example, let's take healthcare, for example. Maybe you are a carer, there's no way you can work remotely as a carer. You have to physically go into work, and do your 12-hour shift or your 13-hour shift. You might be getting paid a lot, but I tell you, that long hours will still tell on your body at the end of the day. Maybe out of 7 days a week, you are working 6 days or even 5 days. So your 2 days off, you can't even do anything because you are so tired to even, leave the comfort of your home. meaning you are too tired to even spend the money that you are making at the end of the day. Some professions like doctors, nurses, especially in the UK, their kids don't get to see them for like 3-4 days. Why? Because before the kids wake up in the morning, they are gone. Before they come back in the evening, the kids are already sleeping. So that is not healthy, and that is why people are looking at, what, if I can actually transition, and get another job whereby, even worst case scenario, maybe I get an hybrid job, at least I know maybe 3-4 days I'm still working from home. When you work in IT, as I said, compared to other professions like the care worker I just cited just now, you have the time to take your kids to school. You have the time to take your car to the mechanic. Not that you are not working, you are working on the go. Most of your days might be full of meetings. You can attend your meetings, you can attend to meetings on your mobile. So because you are the mechanic doesn't mean you are not working. You are working, just that you are working in a very smart way. That is a smart way of working. So people transitioning now, they are transitioning because they want to be smart with the way they work. They want to be able to utilize their time very well. That is why you see people, it is impossible for a care worker to take on two roles if you are doing a 12-hour shift. Even if you are doing a 10-hour shift, there is no way you want to finish one 10-hour shift as a care worker and you go to another place and go and do another 10 hours. It is impossible. But in IT, it is very, very possible for you to take on two roles, even three roles, and you won't work beyond 5 p.m. when you know your onions. When you know your onions, I know people like that doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs in IT, and they don't work more than that 9 to 5 p.m. Why? Because they know how to maneuver their way. They know their onions. They know how to schedule their times between the 2 jobs. And because it's remote, it makes it easier for them as well. Another reason why people are considering transitioning is because now it doesn't matter your location. You might be in Africa, you might be in Europe. It doesn't matter your location. As long as you have the skill, as long as you have the knowledge, you can secure a remote job from any part of the world. Meaning you can be in Nigeria and secure a remote job with a company in Malta. You can be in Ghana and secure a remote job with a company in Canada. Why? Because you know how to do your job. Not only that, companies in UK, Canada, Australia, US, again, they are looking for, they want to save cost as well sometimes. And because they want to save cost, they look outside the country. That is why they look to hire someone from Asia or someone from Nigeria or someone from Africa. Why? Because they believe they can get maybe 2 for the price of 1. Let's say they want to offer for that particular role £500 a day, and they know if they go to Asia or Africa, they can get it for 150 a day. 150 a day in Nigerian currency at the moment is still a lot of money because that is over 200,000 naira. And you are getting over 200,000 naira a day. That is a win-win for everyone. But you cannot compete, you cannot apply for such roles if you don't have the required skills and knowledge. And that is where we come in. Our training will, guide you, tailor you, so that at the end of the program, you are in a better position to start competing with people who has been doing it for the last 2-3 years. So that is what we do. That is what we represent. So quickly, let me go to my slide, and so that I don't waste too much of your time. All right, I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference because that is where we are. But it doesn't matter the country, as I said earlier on. Business analyst or product owner are still very well paid, anywhere, any part of the world, right? So the average salary when you're considering a permanent role in the UK, you are considering maybe 50,000 range. Meanwhile, the average salary of majority in the UK is between £18,000 and £35,000. I can say that is what At least 60% of the population get. That's the majority. That's the bracket that majority get, between 18,000 and 35,000. Right. But you now completed a 3 month training and you are not even looking, you're looking outside the bracket of majority, meaning you completing a 3 month course takes you far beyond a 35,000 bracket. You'll be looking from 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I've got a student, Dunke Solu, please stop writing on the screen, please. I've got a student who is on, 80,000, 90,000, as in per annum. Majority will argue that, is that really possible? I don't blame you if you argue that point as well, because I was once in that shoe, that I argue any young guys that I see out there living good, dressing nice, using nice car. I always think that, you know what, these guys they are doing fraud, because I don't believe anyone out there can be earning so much, can be earning 450 a day, 500 a day. If you are earning 500 pounds a day, that is 10,000 pounds a month. Why won't you live a good life? But you can't see beyond what you know. That is a problem, I've been in that situation as well, that I argue with people that, you know what, there's no way you can be getting that crazy amount. But people are getting it. And the people getting it, guess what? They are not better off than you. They are not better than you in any way. They are not. So that is why this is a very good time when you're considering a career move. This is the perfect time to actually transition. And the training, that is why it's business analysis / product owner. It's exposing you to more than business analysis role. Why is that? Because when you start applying for a job, you are not restricting yourself to just applying for business analyst role. You can apply for a product owner role as well, because both roles are interwoven. Some companies, in the absence of a business analyst, the product owner will perform the role, and vice versa as well. So that is why we are exposing you to more than a business analysis. You have the product owner, and they are individual roles as well, which increases your chances when you start applying for jobs. So the jobs are out there. I think it is you that need to start, believing in yourself that you can do it. Anyone can do it. If I can do it, this is what I do tell my students, if I can do it with no technical knowledge, with no IT skills, IT background, but the only thing I had back then was a great determination. I was so determined, to the extent that I had to sacrifice some of my sleep just to study. With that mindset, I was ready to do anything that it takes. And, the whole Learn with Pride today started from that career move that I made back then. If I didn't make that move back then, if I was skeptical, if I was scared as well that, you know what, can I actually do it? Can I do it? There won't be anything called Learn with Pride today. All it takes is for you to believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Another reason why people are considering this role is because of you can get sponsored, visa sponsorship from it as well. So if you are good enough, again, regardless your country, you might be in Nigeria, apply for the IT business analyst role. You did well, and they like you, they can apply, for a sponsorship visa role, as sponsorship visa for you from your home country. That's another opportunity or another advantage as well. And even if you are within the country, let's say you are in the UK already, right? You are a student, or you are considering what type of visa am I going to move on to next? Whether you are a student or you are on a care visa and you want to move away from that visa, it is even easier for you, because companies, when you are good, you've attended the interviews, they like you. At the end of the day, they offered you the role, and they ask you what type of visa have you got, and you told them, oh, I've got is it a tier 2 visa, something like that, for 2 years, because they want you and they know it is easier for them to apply for that sponsorship visa for you. They will rather do that than starting the recruitment process all over again, because that will cost them more. They will rather, get you that visa that you want than starting the recruitment process all over again. Those are the kind of opportunities that you can get, in such roles as well. All right, let's move forward. So why business analyst? I said this earlier on. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your country. It doesn't matter where you live. As long as you have the required skill, you can work from anywhere in the world. And also, it is in high demand. If it's not in high demand, there won't be people working 2 jobs. There won't be people doing 3 jobs. Why are they doing 2 jobs? If people like you take those jobs, occupy those jobs, then, everybody will be okay. But because there is not enough people to take on the roles, that is why they are able to do 2 jobs. And because of the greedy nature of men, even if they have the opportunity to take on the 3rd one, they will take it on, because they know how to maneuver, how to manage their timing. That is why this is a very, very good opportunity, to tap into the market, to leverage on the market, to leverage on your knowledge, so that you can get, such roles as well. And you'll be surprised, your starting salary might even, be way beyond what I showed you earlier on, But before you can get to that point, you need to equip yourself with the right skill. All right. If you come on the journey, if you enroll on the journey, what is the structure? Let's go through that quickly. What is the roadmap? So it's a 3 months, the program is for 3 months, but the practical training will run twice a week for 6 weeks. And you'll be exposed to industry standard tools and all of that. And shortly as well, you'll be hearing from the facilitator that will take you on the journey. Is going to shed more light into the life of a business analyst. It's very knowledgeable and has many years of experience, when it comes to taking people on the journey as a business analyst. Right. All right. So after the 6 weeks practical training, then you'll be put on a project, on a live project. I'm laying emphasis on the live project because it's a live project. It's a real project. It's not a made-believe project, right? It's a live project that you'll be working as part of a team, as part of a full Scrum team. In your team, you have a developer, you have a Scrum Master, you have a product owner, you have a business analyst, you have a tester, and all of you are working together to deliver a solution for a client. And in your group or in your team, you cannot be more than 10 in your team, compared to elsewhere, that they will put like 50 people on a single project, whereby only people learning on that project are only 2 or 3. Everybody on this project will be able to get their hands dirty. You'll be able to perform both roles as a business analyst and also as a product owner, so that when it comes to interview, you know what you are saying at the interview, because that's the essence of the whole thing. But I do tell people, when you enroll on the journey, it's like you are signing a partnership with Learn with Pride. How do I mean partnership? Partnership, a 50-50 partnership with Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride will do their own bit by exposing you, by equipping you with the right skills, with the right knowledge, exposing you to industry standard tools, supporting you, mentoring you, and all of that. That is our own 50% to fulfill. But remember, we want to achieve 100% at the end of your program. So the other 50% lies in you. And that is you going above and beyond what has been covered in class. That is you not taking a back seat when it comes to the project. That is you, dedicating your time, energy, sweat into the process. If you can attain your own 50% plus our own 50%, then we have 100 already. If you can accomplish 100%, then you stand a good chance at the end of the program when it comes to competing with people who has been doing it for the last 2-3 years, because that's the position we want you to be. Our program is not designed for you that after the 3 months you want to go and start looking for a job as intern. No. We are going to equip you so that at the end of the program, you can compete with those who has been doing it in the industry for the last 2-3 years. That's the standard we operate on. But we cannot achieve that if we are the only one pulling our weight. Everyone has to pull their weight, both the training company and the student. If we both can attain that 100%, then sky is just the beginning. I can assure you that. So that is the project. So you take on the project for another 2 months. As you can see here, certificates alone cannot get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience to get the job. What that is telling you is majority will be chasing, oh, I want to go and write professional certification. Gone are the days when certificates open doors. What open doors now is your knowledge. And I'm talking from experience as well. I've got loads of certificates, thinking that will give me the entry point I was looking for. But no, despite the certificate, I wasn't still able to get a job until I acquire, the work experience. I mean, until I see this kind of boot camp that I enrolled on, and they showed me, 1 or 2 things I need to do. And that was when everything, up until the moment I stopped doing 9 to 5, I've never been asked to tender my certificate. And trust me, I've worked with different organizations, from banking to consultancy to health to education to health. I've worked in most organizations, to oil and gas. No one has ever asked me to tender my certificate. So that is why we focus more on practical training. We focus on what we know will get you the job. If you have the know-how, if you have the required skills, that alone can get you the job without the certificate. But you getting the certificate without the know-how, I'm sorry to say, you might be there for a long time, because people, they are looking for people who can do the job, not people who knows how to do the job by the book. No. So yeah, so that's the project bit. All right, so now you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project. You can actually call yourself a business analyst now, because you know what it entails to be a business analyst. But you are not getting calls. You are not visible in the market. Despite your knowledge, despite the skills you've acquired, you are not just getting that calls. Why are you not getting the calls? You are not getting the calls because you are not visible in the market. Nobody can see you. That is why you need to work on your brand. And what is that, your brand, you need to work on? I'm talking about your CV that will speak for you in your absence. I'm talking about your LinkedIn presence. I'm talking about your online presence. You need to revamp your CV to international standard, especially for those who wants to start applying for international jobs. You need to optimize your LinkedIn page as well, so that you can be visible. Recruiters can see you. You can't have 10 connect or 10 connection or 20 connection or even 100 connection on your LinkedIn and expect miracles to happen. No. That is why you need to start working on your LinkedIn, start connecting with people. The more you connect with like-minded people, the more you are putting yourself out there for recruiters to see, and before you know it, if you make that your daily habit, connecting with people, optimize your LinkedIn page, you'll be surprised how how much recruiters will be getting in touch, how they'll be bombarding your inbox. Oh, I saw your profile online. We just want to check with you if you are still in the market. If yes, please respond to this message and we'll take it from there. You start getting such messages. Why? Because you continually work on your LinkedIn. And also, when you revamp your CV, you upload it on different job sites. Not only uploading it, you make them searchable. And these are all the things we'll be showing you as well. Because if you are not searchable on those job sites, recruiters might still come on there and not see you. And also, not all jobs are posted online. Sometimes recruiters just want to go on those job sites just to get CVs and call you up. So if you don't make yourself searchable, there's no way they can see your profile. There's no way they can see your CV, meaning you won't be getting calls. But you can be rest assured when you are getting calls, surely interview is around the corner. Interview is around the corner when you start getting calls like that. And this is another important stage that we help with as well. We do interview prep with you because the aim of the organization is to ensure that you get a job at the end of the day. And this is one of the ways we can support you. Your success is our success at the end of the day. While on this point, let me quickly say the benefits that is attached to enrolling with us. Some of the benefits are you get the practical training, you get to work on a live project, you get interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard, and the certificate that we issue you at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. You get the mentorship. And finally, we give you a work reference for the duration that you are with us. Those are the things you get as part of the journey, as part of you enrolling on this journey. And also, at the end of your program, it is not a goodbye. We don't say goodbye to our students, and unlike others as well, you can't come back in, let's say, 2 months time, 3 months time, 6 months time and say, you know what, we don't know you. No. So even after your program, you are still with us because we have another platform that consists of most of our students that are currently working and those who are still searching for work. And on those platforms, we regularly post jobs. We hold meetings like twice a month to track the progress of the people applying for jobs, how the interview is going, what we can do to help. So we just don't leave you hanging. We provide the support. As I said, we hold the session twice a month for that purpose, just to know how you are applying. Are you getting results? Are you not getting results? What can we do to ensure that we increase your chances of being seen out there? Tell us your concern. Voice out. We have sessions like that. So it is never a bye-bye at the end of the program. We are always there every step of the way. So that is that. Quickly, let me share the start of the company. And as I said, I made mention of this earlier on. If you can hear me, please drop one. Someone said they can't hear me. If you can still hear me, please drop one on the chat. If you can still hear me, please drop one on the chat. There's no one. Does that mean nobody can hear me? All right. Thanks. So majority can hear me. So if you cannot hear me, please log out and log back in. Thanks for that. Thanks for the confirmation. All right. So as I said earlier on, since from 2020 till date, Over 20,000 students have passed through this academy, so to say. The next stat will show the enrollment we've had so far, but this is not updated yet. This stat is only showing half of the year from January till June. Needs to be updated. And also we've added more courses to this as well. But this only shows the enrollment that we've had on each courses from beginning of the year, January till June. As I said, this is not updated as we have added more courses to this as well. But in general, 85% of our students are working, 50% in the public sector, 35% in the private, and why 15% are still, job ready. So quickly, let's go through what you know, can likely be getting or earning when you've acquired the right skills and knowledge. Don't laugh at the figures in front of you. It is doable, it is possible, and it is achievable. Trust me. You can do it. You can earn it. 75,000 people will scream that, hey, how can that be possible? That's what will be going through many of our minds. Can that really be possible? Can I get that a month from a 3-month masterclass or 3 months program? You can get it. That is why I said, if you put your energy, if you put your sweat, let me tell you the trick. The trick is not the 3 months, right? The trick to this is, as I said earlier on, the training will be twice a week. But the training might be twice a week doesn't mean your own journey has to be twice a week. No, 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 no way. Your own journey for the duration of the program has to be an everyday journey. It is not a Saturday medicine. It's not a Sunday medicine. No. It has to be Monday to Sunday for you. At least dedicate 2 hours of your time to the process every day. That is where sacrifice comes in. You need to sacrifice something to get something. So if you are the type that, you know what, you cannot do without you watching Netflix a day, your Netflix needs to go for the next 3 months. If you are the type that, every evening you must go out and take some pints, 2 or 3, that needs to stop for the next 3 months. You need to sacrifice something to get something. If you are the type that works 12 hours a day, you know that, you don't have time to even go through anything during the day. Sacrifice part of your sleep for the journey. If you are sleeping for 6 hours, reduce it to 4 hours so that you can study something in 2 hours. Because there's no film trick here. There's no magic here. What you see is what you get. Your input is going to equals to your output at the end of the journey. It's as simple as that. The amount of effort that you put into the process, you'll get it, you'll see it, it will show, it will be glaring at the end of the journey. So, meaning 2 days will not cut it for you. As I said again, you want to be in a position whereby you can compete with people who has been doing it for 2-3 years. If that has to happen, it is through your daily sacrifice that you can achieve this. Because when you sacrifice something, when you go above and beyond what has been covered in class, you go on Google, Google became your best friend, YouTube became your second best friend. You type in something you don't understand, you are stuck, and you now reach out for support or for help. The process of helping you is when actual learning is taking place. Do you know that? So that means you need to be stuck. And you cannot get stuck if you don't do something, if you don't practice something, if you don't go out of your way that, you know what, let me try this thing myself. Can I do it? Even if I'm stuck. It is not about reading books. As I said, this is a practical training. It goes beyond reading books. you know? So the first one is paying between 75 and 90,000. Yes, it is possible. It is doable. It is achievable. The second on the screen is paying between 80 and 100,000. When you are getting 500 pounds a day, that is 10,000 per month for a contract role. Let's say the contract was initially 3 months, but one way or the other, they extended it for a year. You're getting 10,000 per month for 12 months. That is 120,000 pounds. Some of sometimes because you are, it's funny the way we react to things. We want to do, from the bottom of our heart, we want to do it. But there's that spirit that will tell you, if you do it, what's the chances that you are going to get this amount you are talking about? It's like going through a tunnel. If you haven't been through that tunnel, you can never know what awaits you at the other side of the tunnel. You need to go through that tunnel. Again, another instance will be those, many of us, we always wish that, oh, you saw someone on the TV, they played the lottery and they won billions. The next thing that comes to mind will be, oh, had they been I played, maybe I could have been the lucky winner. But the thing is, you never played. You can't be in between. You can't be on the fence. You have to be in it to win it. Same thing goes to transitioning. You need to enroll. You need to acquire the skills. You need to acquire the knowledge. Then you stand the chance of getting such roles. You can't answer that question that am I going to get this type of job when you haven't even gone through any sort of training. You cannot answer such. And most of the time our problem as well is we procrastinate. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next month. You know what? I'm short of cash now. Maybe next year I'll do it. What we fail to believe is tomorrow never comes. Next year will come. Another year will be ahead of that again. So that is why when we want to do anything, we need to commit ourselves. It's not easy, but you just have to commit, you just have to commit yourself. Many times, families will come to you, oh, I need 300 pounds or I need 250,000 naira, please borrow me. You borrow the person. Or maybe you are just shopping. You went shopping and you saw that nice shoe for 100 pounds. You bought it. You saw another nice bag for 150 pounds. You bought it. Those are materialistic that, maybe after 2-3 years, you might even stop using them. But the money you invest in yourself, the 250, 400 pounds you invest in yourself, 500 pounds you invest in yourself, is for life. Nobody can take it away. What you know, nobody can take it away. If I didn't invest that little money back then, because I wanted to transition, I won't have a bigger dream of having a training organization. You can see how that dream started. From me doubting myself that can I do it? I took the decision that, you know what, I can do it. I embarked on the journey, finished the training, got the role. From that, started training family and friends. Family and friends started getting jobs. And I realized, oh, it seems I'm doing something good here. You can see, how things play out. You have to believe in yourself more. You need to believe that you can do it. It is not impossible to achieve. I tell you, people in the industry, they don't know more than you do. They are not better off. I tell you that they are not better off. All right, enough of my talking. Quickly, because of our time. The training, the cost of the training for the 3 month program is $799. But because of the festive move, because of the Christmas and all of that, we are giving a whopping 50% discount. We are giving it out. So that means for anyone that enrolls before the end of this year, because this price is going up in 2024. As we all know, things are getting expensive, So this price is going up in 2024. But for anyone that enrolls before the end of this year, and we have a limited space as well for the cohort that will be starting, I think, the next cohort will be starting on the, one second, the next cohort will be starting on the 11th of January. So for the cohort that will be starting on the 11th of January, we only have few slots left. So if you want to take advantage of the offer, so that means you only have to pay $399. And that $399, you can even pay it twice. You can start with half payment and you can pay the other half payment after 4 weeks. After 4 weeks of starting the journey, you can pay it. So that means before the other half will be due, that will be around February 10, 11, before the other half will be due. I tell you, this is one money. This is one investment you will never regret in your life. I can assure you that it is one investment you will never regret, in your life. Investing £399, that can even become what you'll be earning per day when you get that job. The money you invested might be what you start earning in a day, or let's even say worst case scenario, in 3 days. So you can see it's a win-win. It is a win-win for everyone. You just have to believe in yourself. And as I said again, it doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter where you live, whether Africa, Asia, Europe, the world is global now. All they are looking for is your skill and experience. That is all. If you can demonstrate that, you have the role. So anyway, that is the offer. That is a bonanza. I'll call it bonanza that we are doing. So if you want to secure your slot, if you want to reserve your seat, if you want to say, you know what, in 2024, I want to turn the table around. In 2024, I want to do something different. I want to add the value to my life. Then, we are here to help. We are here to walk the walk with you. If you are interested, you want to enroll, you want to start the journey, again, it doesn't matter your background, whether you've been working as a security for the last 10 years, whether you've been doing customer service for the last 20 years, whether you studied language at uni, it doesn't matter. This is the only profession you don't have to go back to uni for another 2-3 years before you can become. So if you are interested in the journey, you want to partake, you want to enroll, the number on your screen, the WhatsApp number on your screen will be the best number you can reach out to. And I'll respond back to you. For any questions, for any enrollment details, the number on your screen is the best number, to contact. So you can screenshot it, you can save it on your mobile, and you can, even from now, you can start messaging if you are interested, and you want to reserve your space for the cohort that will be starting in January, um, I can assure you of quality. I can assure you of, going above and beyond for our students. You just have to take the leap of faith, Please message me, Yusuf. Please send a message to that number, and yes, I can share the account details with you on WhatsApp. So if you can just message this WhatsApp number, this WhatsApp number, this one. If you can just message this WhatsApp number, I will send the details to you as well. Or you can grab the details from here as well. You can take a screenshot of these details as well. Or if not, just message me and I will send you the details again on this number. No problem. So yes, all that is required on this journey is for you to take a leap of faith. I can assure you of quality. I can assure you we go above and beyond to ensure that our student gets the best value for their money. And what makes it different is because I myself have passed through the journey, I've passed through the process. And that is why we try as much as possible to put everything in place so that what I went through during my own transitioning, it wasn't easy doing my own transitioning. All this working in an agile setting, working as part of a team wasn't there. I had to figure out majority on myself. I had to go on YouTube and read. Despite reading it on YouTube, I don't understand. But I just have to form a story in my head just to escape through the interview. But all these things we have put in place for our students now. You just have to leverage on it. If you are ready, we are ready to take you on the journey. But for now, I'm going to be pausing. And I'm going to be inviting Genesis, who is going to be your facilitator for the journey, if you enroll on the journey, to shed more light when it comes to a day in the life of a business analyst, so that you have more information about the journey, about the role, and, we'll take it from there. So for now, thanks for listening to me. And hopefully I'm going to be back soon. So for now, I'm going to be pausing. I'm going to be inviting Genesis to take over from here. So thanks. See you later. Genesis, over to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi, Akin. Good evening. So, good evening, everyone. Can you please confirm that you can hear me and also that you can as well see my screen? Let me know.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And I can see your screen.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. Akin has been loading us for the past, I think, 50 minutes to 1 hour about the benefits, about the opportunities that are there in business analysis, product ownership within UK, even across the world. He's not trying to make up or exaggerate anything. I've been in this career field for over 7 years now, so I can confirm that all what he has been saying to you or informing us for the past 1 hour is actually valid. So I'll be the one to handle the class. I'll be handling the class by the time you guys come on board, and I can't wait for you guys to come on board, basically. But I just want to give us a sneak peek to what business analysis is. You can check me out on LinkedIn or anywhere, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can check me out on Twitter, on LinkedIn, get to know more about me, what I've done. You can check up on YouTube and see what I've done as well, so that if that could give you much more comfort ahead of the program. So I'll just borrow about 15 minutes of your time to give a very quick summary or overview of what business analysis is. But by the time we get into the class, we'll delve deeper and go much more deeper into the class. So we'll just look at briefly what business analysis is, why the companies need us, what are some of the misjudgments that people have about business analysis, and how do you intend to become a business analyst. For me, as I said, I have over 7 years experience in business analysis. I'm also a certified practitioner in business analysis from the International Institute of Business Analysis as well. Let's just go straight in, right? What is business analysis? Business analysis, as it is, entails the practice of solving problems, basically. Yes, I know you say in your mind that everybody that works in a company is being employed to solve problems. But the difference is, how do we solve our problem? And what kind of problems do we solve? If someone has a cardiac arrest, or if someone immediately slumps in the office. We know the kind of people that need to solve such problem. If there is a fire alarm, if there's a fire outage in the office, we know the kind of people that have to solve that problem. So what kind of problem does the business analyst solve, right, in an organization? The kind of problem we solve are the problem that helps the organization to transition, to transform, right, from point A to point B. Problems that help the company to become a lot more efficient, become a lot more productive, and also become a lot more resourceful as well. So it is basically the practice of enabling change by helping organizations understand their problems, understand the opportunities before them. Then we recommend solutions as well. Solutions could be maybe an IT solution, solutions could be a strategic solution, solutions could be an operational solution for the business. So we recommend solutions that will basically deliver value to our stakeholders. Business analysts work to satisfy stakeholders. And every solution, every recommendation that we will be making, they are tailored towards delivering value to our stakeholders. Now, why do companies need business analysts? In businesses basically are made up of two arms, irrespective of the organization or industry you find yourself. Every business, every organization are made up of two arms. Number one is the business. Number two is the implementation team or technical team. So if a company is selling rice, we have the business that helps to bring in sales, that helps in, relating with customers. And then we have the technical or implementation or project team that helps in building or manufacturing the rice, packaging the rice, and all of that, right? So every business organization is made up of two arms. We have the business and we have the implementation team. Now, over the years, there have been difficulty in communication between business and technical or business and implementation team, especially in the rise of IT. As the IT, in the advent of IT, basically, the difficulty in understanding what the business needs and also the technical team or implementation team understanding how to satisfy that need for the business has been a very big gap. And that is where business analysts come in. We come in to sit as the middleman, right, between business and the technical team. We come in to bridge the gap of communication. We come in to understand what the business actually needs. Then we translate that business need into technical requirements, into technical recommendations, and then communicate those technical recommendations to the technical team for them to be able to implement. Case in point, a typical software or IT companies. We relate with business stakeholders, or we relate with customers, or relate with clients to understand the business requirements. We translate this business or customer or client or user requirements into technical documentations, into technical requirements, and then we pass it on to the engineering team, and then we handhold the engineering team in clarifying to them how they should implement the requirements we have given to them. So that by the time the engineering team or technology team implements, so when I say engineer, I mean the software engineers, the software developers, and what have you, by the time they be able to satisfy the requirements we have given them, in turn, they have satisfied the need of the business. They have satisfied the need of our clients. They satisfy the need of our customers. So that is the crucial role that business analysts play within every organization. So we have to bridge that gap between business and implementation team, right, or technical team. It could also be between business and the marketing team. Maybe we want to see how to explore different strategies for the business to grow, right, for business to expand. Business analyst comes in to understand, why does business want to grow? By the time we understand the need, because everything starts from the need, by the time we understand the need for which the business wants to grow, we come up with strategic initiatives that needs to be implemented so that the marketing or operations team can take those initiatives and implement them, and in turn, the business grows. So whether it is in an IT company you find yourself, a consulting company, a manufacturing company, just know that as a business analyst, you'll be sitting as a middleman between the business and the implementation team. And also you'll be involved, or you'll be part of the implementation team, because you don't just sit in between and then you hand off the work and you fold your arms. No, you also be part of the project team to deliver that initiative, to deliver that project, right? Now, what does business analysts do? Some of the things we do, as I've been saying it for the past 2 minutes or 5 minutes, is to understand the needs of the business. And the needs of the business could either be a problem, right? Or it could be an opportunity, a goal they want to achieve. The problem could be that the business has lost market share in the first quarter or 2 quarters. For the past 1 year, they've lost market share, maybe because they are not producing more, or maybe a problem could be that the business is unable to effectively meet its clients' demands due to inefficiencies, and they need to automate. They need to build a software solution that will help them automate, right? Become much more efficient. So once we understand those problems, we now pick it up on ourselves as a business analyst to own that problem and solve it for the business. We also analyze needs and solutions. We devise different strategies for which we can improve an organization. We also drive the change. As I mentioned, you're also part of the project team that is seeing to the implementation of that particular solution. So you are part of the solution. You are not away from the solution. You are part of the solution. You drive the change for the organization. And one critical thing, I was speaking with a friend last week who was telling me that she intends to go into business analysis, and what are some of the critical skills that they'll be needing. I told her you need people skills. And that's because as business analysts, we collaborate a lot with stakeholders. You work with people from different walks of life, from different departments. This thing is called cross-functional team. You work with cross-functional team, which means team members or stakeholders from different functional units of the business, maybe from marketing, accounting, finance, managerial, business development, software testing, client. You work with people from different functional teams. So you'll be working with cross-functional stakeholders, and you need to foster collaboration with them. So people skill, or should I say facilitating collaboration between stakeholders, is one of the major things you'll be doing as a business analyst. Today you are talking with a client, tomorrow you are talking with a software developer, the other day you are talking with a DevOps engineer on how you guys can push a particular piece of work to production. Another day you are speaking with maybe a finance manager for you guys to look at the cost and benefits, or how the financial projections for the particular product or solutions that you guys are building, how it's going to go. So you wear so many hats and you talk to several stakeholders. And that is how valuable a business analyst is for an organization. Now, there are several misjudgments or misunderstandings that people have about business analysis. And that is because people confuse business analysis to business analytics. Some other people also confuse business analysis to business development. Now, these three are actually different and they are unique. Business analysis leverages on solving problems for businesses by understanding the need, right? And then recommending solutions, working with stakeholders to deliver that solution, as long as it's going to be a valuable solution to the business. While business analytics leverages the use of analytical softwares or analytical tools like Excel, Microsoft Excel, like Tableau or Power BI, to build dashboards. So a business analytics person will basically be looking for a data, maybe a spreadsheet data or CSV file data, take those data, clean the data, and then build a dashboard that will show the business like an insights, like an analytics of what they've achieved so far and all of that. That is what a business analytics person does. The best thing I also recommend, okay, based on the data we have here, or based on this dashboard that I built, we can see that we are low on our revenue because we did not market to the right customers, or we are low on revenue because we couldn't achieve such and such. But that particular business analytics professional or expert would not be in charge of implementing a solution for that business. Their job ends by just building those analytical dashboards, making sense of data, raw data, and all of that. But a business analyst is involved in recommending the solution, implementing the solution, working with the team, communicating with the team in solving that problem. Why business development, on the other hand, is tailored mostly towards marketing, right? Creating proposals, sending proposals, bidding for projects, for opportunities so that you can bring in sales into the business. So these are the major differences between the three careers that people confuse mostly. So business analysis is absolutely different from business analytics and is different from business development. As a business analyst, you don't need any coding or technical skills. When I say technical, like maybe you must learn how to write a code or write an SQL query, right? You don't need that, basically. But as a business analytics person, I think you need, on a minimum, SQL skills. You also need to know some programming languages like Python or R or Scala or what have you. For business development, you also don't need any coding skills. And you can work anywhere as a business development officer just for you to bring in sales, right? So that is it about some of the misjudgment or misunderstandings that people have about business analysis. So if there's something you need to take away today, let it be that you understand what business analysis is and how it differs from the business analytics and business development that people say out there. Now, how can you become a business analyst? Number one is for you to go to the passion. For me, everything starts with passion. Just like Akin said, when he was talking about how he transitioned into tech, right? The passion was there for him, right? And it's that passion that will keep you going in the midst of challenges and discouragement, right? Because for everything you do, there's always going to be challenges. Don't think it's going to be a bed of roses for you to just come on board, learn business analysis, and then you swim and sail through. Of course, the journey is different from everyone, for everyone, and we hope the best for you. But it is your passion and determination that will keep you going in the midst of challenging times. When you come back from work and you don't feel like, joining the class, or you come back from work and you don't feel like doing your assignments or participating in the project, or you come back from work or you finish your training and you don't feel like applying for jobs, right? It's that passion and determination to solve problem, which is to become a business analyst, that you need to actually start as a springboard to becoming a business analyst. Next one is for you to get quality practical training, which is what Learn with Pride is offering everyone here today. Opportunity for you to get practical training, not just get trained. You can go to Udemy, you can go to Coursera, EDS, Allison, any of them, Udacity, mention it, LinkedIn Learn. You can learn business analysis for that. They're free or paid or whatever, but getting quality practical training is very scarce, very, very scarce. I've tried to transition into different careers over the years, and before you could get a quality practical training where the tutor is available to answer your question one-on-one and also give you responses based on experiences in the past, is very rare. So that is why you need to take on this opportunity and don't let it slip by. Then get hands-on experience as well. It's not just about learning. You need to try and see what I have learned. To what extent do I understand it when I am put in a situation to implement or execute or practice or do what I have learned. So you understand and you learn more by practicing. So you gain hands-on experience, get mentorship. They say if you want to go far, if you want to, I've forgotten the quote. I think if you want to go far, you can go alone by going. If you can go alone by moving, but if you want to go far and fast, you should go with people. Especially if you want to embark on a journey and you've seen someone that is coming from there or has been there. It's good you lean on the shoulders of that person to help you through the journey. The mistakes the person made, you can learn from the mistake and then avoid those pitfalls in order for you to achieve your own goal. And finally, try to apply for jobs. I know there are some students that when they finish training, they don't apply for jobs. They want the jobs to come to them. No. you have to make that effort. It doesn't, the goal is not achieved until you have secured a job, right? Until you have transitioned. So try to apply for jobs. The more jobs you apply, the more opportunity you have towards getting an interview. And I love it when my students start telling me that they're getting an interview. It means that within a short time, a job is going to be within their reach. Because as you get interview, your first interview, you could do well and you get a job. If you don't perform well, you could learn from your mistakes in that first interview, pick it up, go for the next interview, and then you finally get your job. So you learn and you learn until you land in there. Myself, I did not study business analysis in school. I had an engineering background, right? And I was working as a um, social initiative project manager. So I was working with NGOs, helping them deliver projects, going outreaches and all of that up until I decided to just stop all of that and switch into tech. And then I had to learn business analysis like you guys will be learning when you join the cohort. I had to learn business analysis back then. And after learning, I started applying for jobs. I sent my applications to several organizations, to several companies, and I was able to get interviews and land my very first business analysis job back then. So you too can also achieve the same goal and desire and aspiration like I did. All you have to do is to make sure you don't lose hope in applying for jobs. So what are some of the benefits you get as a business analyst? Akin has majorly mentioned the financial benefits that are involved, so I won't dwell more on them. Some of the benefits you get is that you are going to have a satisfying career. I assure you that I'm not trying to say this for you to sign up and then come into the program. No, I'm not interested in you signing up. My own interest is for you to have a fulfilling and satisfying career. And if you believe you want to actually make impact in tech, business analysis is one of the easiest way for you to come in and make that impact. You are going to be working on a profession that you'll see yourself as a business analyst, but you're actually a problem solver. So for every sort of problem, if you like to be on the front burner to solve the problem for businesses, business analysis give the opportunity to be on the front burner solving problems for the business. In business analysis, you have an exploding job market, right? All over the world, remotely, you can work as a business analyst. I'm a business analyst. I reside in Nigeria, but I work with a company in UK, right? So you can work anywhere around the world, anywhere. I've worked with a company in Canada before. I've worked with a company in US in the past as well as a business analyst while in Nigeria. So irrespective of whatever region or zone, the question is, are you willing to work with the time zone of the company or of the job that you have gotten, right? So the job market is exploding. And if you can prove that you have the skill, the tech, the competence, and the necessary experience in business analysis, you're going to be a hot cake, right? You're going to be a hot cake in the market. People are going to start reaching out to you to see how to bring you on board in their organization. Then it offers great pay as well. Akin has spent a lot of time explaining this. I won't go into this again. There's independence and flexibility. You can choose to work for multiple organizations if you have the bandwidth or you have the strength to actually take on multiple jobs, right? Multiple remote jobs as a business analyst. I know of a friend as a BA, he was working for about 3 companies, and these are 3 international companies. So I asked him then, I told him that I wanted us to have a Twitter space conversation, right? So I told him that how should I address you? Should I say, I don't want to mention his name. Should I mention your name and then say senior business analyst at this so and so place? Because that is where I knew then that he was working. He said, no, should please, that he's not only working for one company, he's working for over 3 companies, and he doesn't want to have affiliation to just one company on the Twitter space introduction. I should just call his name and say that he's a senior business analyst. I should please not mention any company he's working for. Let him not be implicated. So we have people that are working for over 3 companies globally as business analysts. And as I said, if you have the strengths, the capacity to take on multiple jobs because it is demanding and taxing. The jobs are out there. They will actually come for you by the time you prove that you have what it takes to add value to them. And then it's never a dull moment as a business analyst. You are not doing repetitive, routine work, maybe like a clerk, or all you are doing is just to be doing bookkeeping or doing account. No, you have the opportunity to work in variety of projects. You could be working in a health project. In this project, next project might be an education project. Another one might be a social project. Another one might be a fintech project. Another one might be an insurance project. So it's actually fun, and it's never a dull moment. It's very interesting. I must say. Then finally, and utilize your past experience. And this is one of the things I tell my students. Whether you are a teacher or you've always been a teacher or all you've done in your life is driving trucks, you can actually utilize an experience or a skill that you have picked up in the past and use that in business analysis. If you have been a teacher, that means you have good people skills, and that will help you in business analysis. If you've been a teacher, that means you have good speaking skills, right? You know how to talk to people, and you will use that in business analysis. If you have been, let's say, if you've never worked at all and you're just a student graduating, you have good writing skills because you must have done projects, right? Maybe thesis and all of that. You must have done all of those things. So you have good writing skills. So you're going to use your past experience, or maybe you are just a student and you must have done a project whereby you have projects, you're in a project team to do a final year project or do your master's project or PhD project. It means you have good team spirit, and you can use all of these things and bring them into business analysis and help you to become a better business analyst. So this is where I'm going to be stopping for now. If you have any question, please post on the chats and I'll be willing to respond. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Genesis. Please, now this is the time. If you have any question, please, you can start to raise your hand and I'll be calling you. And also you can drop your question on the chat. I'll be reading them from the chat as well, but we are here to learn together, right? So I prefer you to raise your hand. I will ask you to unmute and, we can talk to each other. We can both learn from each other as well. So please don't be shy to raise your hand. Don't be shy to, what's it called? Feel free, ask anything you want to ask, and we are here to answer any questions as well. While you're thinking whether to talk to me or not, although I want to hear your voice, so I want you to talk to me. I just want to give this announcement quickly for those that are in Nigeria. So if you live in Nigeria, especially Lagos, or the surroundings of Lagos, next year, April, we are coming live. We'll be having a tech summit, a tech conference in Lagos next year, April. So if you are interested, you can go. There's a link. We've shared lots of links on the Zoom charts. You'll see the link on the Zoom charts. You can click on the link as well to register. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be packed, and we are going to give away few bits and pieces as well that can impact your journey as well when it comes to transitioning. So don't hesitate to click on the link to check it out. It's going to be happening April 6th next year, 2024. And also, we only have a limited seats left for that event as well. So please do not hesitate if you live in Nigeria, Lagos to be precise, or the surroundings of Lagos, go ahead and register for the event. All right, back to the matter of today, business analysis. I'm sure by now you are well informed about what it entails to become a business analyst, about deciding whether you can do it or you cannot do it. But trust me, any career move that you want to make, It is doable. It is possible. You just need the right support. This particular training will be starting in 2024. The cohort will be starting on the 11th of January, 2024. So if you want to enroll, this is the perfect time. As I said, this can only last till the 31st of December, but we don't even know whether it's going to be up to 31st of December, as we are going to shut the curtain, close the curtain when we reach the number that we want for that cohort. So please, if you want to say make A when the sun still shines, you don't have to procrastinate. It's a new year very soon. In few weeks, it's a new year. You can start your year with, a new idea, a new investment, especially to yourself. Most of the time, we don't invest in ourselves. We invest in other people, you know. Try as much as possible to invest in yourself. And trust me, you will not regret that action. All right, let's go to the questions. Ziki, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Okay, let me go straight to the point. I have two questions.
Please, your network. You are not your network. I think it's your earpiece. You are sounding really, will I say far or not clear?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Much better, I'll say.
Okay, so I said I have three questions to ask. The first is what's the you only told us the price in pounds. You didn't tell us the price in naira for some of us as in yeah.
All right. So the price in naira is 450,000 naira, and yeah, that is the price in naira. Again, you can start with half payment, and the other half will be paid. As I said, the other half will be due like 10th or 11th of February before the other half will be due. But the thing is, the other half needs to be paid before you can go on the live project.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
The second question is personally, my first time of undergoing a training in business analysis was 2016. So the academy or the training institute that I was privileged to enroll with them, I found out that there was really no structure to carry people along, especially people that is in their first time involving in such things. What they did then was they just give you a video presentation of what the whole thing is all about and puts you into groups. Where everybody is just groups of projects where everybody is trying to find a way for themselves. And at the end, I just found myself roaming, and I couldn't achieve much. I couldn't get much from that particular training. So I don't know the difference in this particular one with Learn with Pride. I don't know if it's going to be the same process or if there is any specific difference from what I've experienced.
So our structure is entirely different from that. Number one, we don't give you a pre-recorded video to go and be watching. No, it's a live. Despite the fact that it's online, it's a live class online. It's a live session online, right? Although, for the benefit of those who might miss the class due to one thing or the other, the class will be recorded, right? And you are not alone at any time. I said it the other time. One of the most important when it comes to transitioning is having the right support. Right from your training, right from your practical training, you are not alone on the journey. You have Genesis, you have other members of your class, to depend on as well. And also, even before you get to the bigger project at the end of the program, Even from your training days, from your practical training days, you know, you start with a mini project from there to get your hands dirty. Our aim is to ensure that, you know, you are not alone. Is to ensure that you get every bit and pieces of the process, you know. So what I'll tell you is for you to be sure, for you to know that, oh, you are at the right place at the right time, you know, you can check our review out on Trustpilot. Just see what people are saying about the trainings, about the tutors, you know, in general. You know, I always like people to be well informed, and I always like people to make their research as well, you know. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Just do your own due diligence. You know, you have my name. My name is Akin Oladeji. You can search me up on Google as well. You know the name of the company. You can search it up. On all social medias, you can check us out as well to see the feedback, to see the testimonies as well of people. So we totally different from the scenario that you gave, as in we care so much about our students, you know. And that is why I said that, you know, the investment, you know, you get more, you know, more than enough value for the money you are investing into the process. With the knowledge that we are going to equip you with, you know, you can't just compare. With the community that you are going to join, you know, that will be your backbone, you cannot compare anything with that as well. With how we care about our students, you know, there are many 1,001 training organizations out there. But I can tell you most of them are after your money, not your progress. The moment you are done with them, that is it. They don't, if you want to come back, they'll tell you to bring another money. Your 3 months is not the end of your program with us. Actually, that is the beginning. If you want to be part of our community, as I said, we are trying to build a community whereby we can be able to help each other out. You can get a job tomorrow and you are stuck at that job. Genesis is busy. You can't reach him. Who do you go to? That is the kind of community you have. So you are not depending on just one person. You have different people that you can leverage on to solve the issue for you. I hope that has answered your question. Anyway, but for any other clarification, or if you're not sure about anything else, message me on the number on your screen, and I'll be more than happy. You know, I can even call you on the phone to talk and clear any doubt. All right, let's go to Yusuf. Yusuf, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Yusuf.
All right, thank you very much. I'm so glad I'm able to join this presentation, and it's an eye-opener for me. Now, I'm a business analyst, analytics, data analysis, and I deal in analyzing business. So I want to ask, is the role of a business analysis and a business analytic, is it complementary, or it's kind of you have to choose between the two of them? That's my first question.
Genesis, over to you.
So a business analyst can leverage a business analytical skill. What do I mean? You could learn how to use Excel if you want to do financial projection or financial analysis, right? Especially if it has to do with cost benefit analysis. And also learn Tableau or Power BI. These are additional, or should I say complementary skill that you can just acquire, right? They are not mandatory or compulsory skills for you to acquire. Do you understand? So they just let me give an instance here to help you. So if you are an architect, right? You should know how to draw your what they call it now, draw your the structure and everything about the building or whatever thing the organization wants to construct, right? Or if you go ahead and learn additional things like interior decoration, right? They are complementary skills that would help you be, put a better design to your architectural work. Or if you go ahead to learn something like, let's say, understanding different processes or different sizes of items or equipment that are used in construction, all of that. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So, long story short, they are just complete analytical. Those analytical tools are complementary things you could learn, right? But the profession itself, they don't relate to each other in any way. They don't relate to each other. One is strictly technical, or should I say, technical, whereby you have to use tools on a daily basis. Or a business analytics person is always using either a Power BI or Tableau or Excel on a daily basis. But the business analysts don't use those ones on a daily basis. It's just, even if you have to use those tools on a rare situation, maybe a rare situation that you need to use those tools.
All right, thank you. And then my second question is, like business analytics, there is always most times remote options of job. Do we have similar for business analysis? Because the way you explain, it seems like you're going to work in a team and you have to be present in the location.
There's remote. Every job today now in tech has remote. Okay. Every job in tech. So you working in team doesn't mean that you have to be physical. Everything I've gone offline now. Online. Okay. So yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I'm in Nigeria and I work with a company in UK. I've worked with companies in US. I've worked with companies in Canada, but I'm in Nigeria. Do you understand?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Yusuf. Please, if you have more questions, please, you can raise your hand. Again, we are here to learn together. So please do raise your hand. Temiti, I believe Genesis just answered this question. So thanks for the brilliant delivery. Going by clarification between business analysis, business analytics, may I ask if the BA training will cover SQL, Power BI, and Excel training during the BA cohort? No, so for the BA class, for business analysis, you won't be getting, all these tools won't be covered. But if you enroll on data analysis class, yes, all these tools will be covered. But for business analysis, they use the different tools entirely. And as Genesis said, it's really you as a business analyst, be required to be using Power BI and SQL, because you are not really into data manipulation or transformation like that. That's the job of, is it business analytics or data analytics, so to say. I hope that has answered your question, Temiti. If not, please raise your hand and I'll call you to speak to ask further question. All right, Genesis has even answered the question. Any other question from anyone? Please raise your hand if you have any other question. For the benefit of those who joined late, can you please talk more on project management versus business analysis? Genesis, do you want to take that?
So project management and business analysis are different, right? Just as the name goes, project management, you are managing a project. And what does a project manager basically do, right? They are drawing up the project plans. They are trying to manage the resources within the project, manage timelines, deliverables for the project. So timelines, budgets, resources, projects, planning, ensuring that various stakeholders are up to speed on the status of the project. So sending in project report and all of that. right? Those are basically most of the things or majority of the things that project managers do. For business analysts, they don't do what project managers do. We have what we do, just like I mentioned. A project manager don't go to understand the business need so that they can recommend the solution for the team to build or to solve, right? It's the business analyst that goes ahead to do that. A business analyst don't draft the project plan. It's the project manager that does that. So what they do are distinct and unique, right? So the job of a project manager is different from the job of a business analyst. I don't know if that's clear enough to you, Francis.
Thanks, Genesis, for that. All right, so for the benefit of those who joined late, so the cost for the 3-month program, including the project and every other thing, is $799. But we are given 50% discount just because of the festive period. And this only lasts to end of this year. From next year, there's tendency for the price to go up as well. So you might not get it for this price again. That is why I said it is better to make A when the sun still shines. Take advantage of the opportunity. You have absolutely nothing to lose. This might become what you'll be earning on a daily basis, or maybe your 2 days, will equal, but there's no way you break even. Whatever you invest into this process, you break even. I can assure you of that. So you just have to take the leap of faith. You can do it. We should stop procrastinating, as in, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next year. And tomorrow never comes. Take action today and enjoy the benefits tomorrow. I think there's a question on the chat. Do I to be a study social science courses like account banking and other two? Anyway. No, I guess you joined the session late. I'm talking to Tom now. Your background, what you studied in school, what you've been doing as a job for the last 10, 15 years doesn't matter on this journey. You don't have to be a social science student. No. Even if you studied language in school, your school certification has nothing to do with this. All that is required on this journey is your determination. Your social science, your whatever, that is, irrelevant on this journey. Just come with a great mind, be determined enough, and be ready, configure your mind in such a way that, you are not taking no for an answer. You're on the journey for a purpose, not because you want to join the multitude to do it. Not because, your friend is doing it and you want to do it. Do it for yourself. When you do it for yourself, then when it comes to the journey, you'll be very serious because you've already configured your mind that come rain, come shine. I'm going to ensure that this money I've invested works for me. I'll ensure that at the end of the program, I know enough for me to start applying for a job. Again, if I can do it, you can do it. Stop doubting yourself. All right, any question from anyone? So just for the benefit of those who join late, the cost is $799, but you have 50% discount on it for now. And if you want to enroll, the number on your screen, the WhatsApp number on your screen will be the best number for you to message. And I'm going to be responding back to that as well. If you have any question after this call as well, you can message that number as well. If you want to reserve your spot, you can message that number. And what else? If you live in Nigeria, please click on the link sent on the Zoom chat as well to register for our tech summit coming up April 6th next year. You don't want to miss it, trust me on that as well, and it will be a great opportunity to meet each other as well, one-on-one. And, so any other question from anyone before we draw the curtain for tonight? And more, possibly or most likely we'll see you on the journey for those who enroll. Any final question from anyone else? All right, no questions. So thanks everyone for taking your time to attend tonight's session. We hope one way or the other we've been able to pass knowledge. Is that a question that just came in? Oh, Ziki, no, thank you. Thank you too. So thank you everyone. We hope one way or the other we've been able to, equip you with a new knowledge or tell you something new that you don't know about business analysis as well. And hopefully we hope to see you on the journey, to rewrite the story together and to, testify to the process as well that it does work. So till then, I want to say thank you, stay safe out there, and see you on the training. Thank you, everyone. The recording, the recording will be shared on the WhatsApp group. So if you're on the WhatsApp group, the recording will be shared on the WhatsApp group. And also, it will be available on our YouTube channel. So just go on YouTube and search for Learn with Pride. It should be available by this time tomorrow. So you can follow us. Is it follow on YouTube or you can click on the notification bell so that you know when I upload it. So it will be on the WhatsApp group and also on our YouTube channel. So thank you everyone. Hopefully I'll see you on the journey or a few of you on the journey. Till then, stay safe out there and have a great weekend. Thank everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks, Genesis.